Hey there, welcome to Cube Shark, video 1, intro video for the 3x3x3 Rubik's Cube. Just disclaimer, if you're looking for the actual solve of the cube, that starts on video 2. But if you've never done anything with the cube before, you should stick around because this stuff is going to be important for you. First of all, my name's Troy, and I've been doing the cube now for maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years or so. And I was so frustrated with this guy looking something like this on my nightstand drawer / whatever it is thing. It just looked like this all the time, and I'd mess with it for an hour, and I'd get it to look just like they say in the little Rubik's Cube manual that tells you how to do it, and I was always so lost. I didn't know what was going on. And so out of the frustration that I found from looking at a Rubik's Cube that looked like this, and a fear of taking the stickers off and then them not sticking back on, I decided to look for some help. And so, anyway, learned how to do this. The Rubik's Cube, felt a whole lot better about it. Was glad I never had to take any stickers off. Never take the stickers off, by the way. Just never a good idea. But anyway, first thing we're going to go over is my thoughts, my perception of the Rubik's Cube. And you might think, Troy, why are we talking about this now? I just want to learn how to do it. Well, I had a bad outlook on the cube at first. Didn't really know what I was supposed to be thinking when I was solving it. And here's the important thing. You can't look at this and see 54 different stickers and say, how in the world am I going to make 54 stickers look right? You know? The reason I say that is because not all stickers are created equal. For instance, this white sticker doesn't just go anywhere on the white face. This white sticker goes along with its neighbor here, with the red. And so, when I'm trying to find a spot for this, I need to make sure that when I put that sticker on the white face, that it also goes on the red face. So that's just something that you need to be thinking about when you do this. And I don't want to make it too complicated right off the bat. But I want you not to look at this as a 54 stickered puzzle. I want you to look at it as a puzzle that has 21 removable pieces like this. These sorts of things. These little individual pieces, I believe they're called cubies. That's what I've been calling them, and I think I learned that on one of the videos, but I'm not really sure. So, anyway, cubies is what I'll be calling them in this video. The important thing to remember, like I said before, is that this yellow piece doesn't go just anywhere. It goes with the red piece. And so, wherever I decide to put it when I'm solving it, it needs to be in a place where it will satisfy both the red face and the yellow face, and not just one or the other. And the same thing is true for these corner cubies. Okay, this one is the white, green, and orange one, and that only goes in the white, green, orange space. Now I'm going to take the rest of this apart so you can see what the middle of this looks like. And by the way, if you ever get to a point where you're just pulling your hair out over not being able to do this, and you're just tired of messing with it, you know, don't peel the stickers off. Take it apart like this, and then put it back together so that it all fits. And that might even be therapeutic for you if you feel like you really suck at this. Because I definitely sucked at it at first. The first time I went through this, even going through the videos, I paused them every 5 seconds. It took me like 6 hours to solve it, and I didn't want to touch it again after that. So here's a good concept that I think is really important for the cube. This is the largest piece of the Rubik's Cube, and it's just one piece. You can't take this apart anymore without... Actually, I don't even know what will happen if I pull on this and this comes off. I'm too afraid to do it, so I don't. But this is just one piece in the middle, and you can see that all of these pieces, no matter how I turn this, you know, it doesn't matter. No matter how I turn this center piece, all of these pieces will always be in the same orientation relative to each other. And let me give you an example. When I solve the cube, I like to have it so that this red face is facing me, and that the white face with the Rubik's emblem thing on it is down. Okay? And so if I'm going fast with the cube, I want to know where different colors are. And because I always hold it the same way, I know right off the bat that if I have the red face facing me and the white face down, I know the yellow will be on top. I know that on the left side will be the blue, and that on the right side will be the green, and on the back will be the orange. So I always know where the colors are, so I can be more efficient. And now that I'm talking about where different colors are, let's talk about the different jargon for the cube. Because when you're reading online how to do different algorithms or just movements that make the cube do what you want it to do, they always will present it in terms of, you might see a bunch of letters like F, D prime, L, whatever, and a bunch of these letters, and if you don't know about what the letters mean, then you might be really in the dark about it. And so I'm going to tell you now what all that means. Okay, when you're talking about different faces, if you hold the cube like I do with the red facing you and the white down, then the front face, or the F face, will be the red. Okay, so facing you is the front, so F. Up here is the up face, or U, and if you hold it like me, it's yellow. Yellow is the up face. And so the L face will be the B, L for left. R face will be the green, R for right. And the D face will be the white, D for down. And the B face will be the back, B for back, that'll be orange. Okay? And so that tells you which face is which. Okay? So it's F, L, R, U, B, D. Now, knowing what face it is isn't very helpful if you don't know what it's asking you to do. And so when you see the algorithms written out, it might be F and then D with an apostrophe. And what the apostrophe means is, well, you would read it prime. So if it's F apostrophe, you would say F prime. And so let's say that it's asking you to turn one of the faces of the cube. Let's say it just says F. If the letter just stands by itself, it means you need to turn it clockwise, just 1/4 turn. So imagine all the pieces are in here. I would take this, and if it was F, I would turn this face clockwise, 1/4 turn like this. And what that relates to, let's pull up one of these other cubes. This is the 4. I think this is my favorite actually. If you were to take this one and do and perform the F, it would just be clockwise, like that. Okay? So the same thing applies for the rest of this cube. If it's just U, it's a clockwise turn of the U. If it's L, clockwise turn of the L, etc. Okay? And so for the D, you just flip it up here, clockwise turn of the D. So anyway, that's all the movements. Oh, and by the way, if it says prime with the apostrophe, if it says F prime, instead of clockwise, to turn it counterclockwise. And if it wants you to turn it, half of the distance all the way around, it'll say 2. So it might say F2, which means you just do 2/4 turns. Same thing for all the other faces. And there's other notation for the middle faces. If they want you to turn the middle part and not like one of the sides, they might say something else. But we won't cover that in this video because it's not that important. Anyway, that's just about it for this first video. Hopefully that gets you oriented. When I do these videos, I'm going to be doing it with the red being our F face, the front face, and the white being the down face, the D face. And so if you're learning for the first time, I think that's a great way to learn it. But let's get started. Let's go on to video 2.